Welcome to this introduction to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Collaborate Ultra is a real-time video conferencing tool that is designed specifically for education. This tool lets you chat, add files, share applications, and use a virtual whiteboard to interact with students. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra is an integrated tool that can be used right from your course. In order to start using Blackboard Collaborate Ultra from within your course, you will have to make the tool available. Scroll down to the Course Management menu and select the Customization link. Then, click Tool Availability. Under Tool Availability, scan the list for Collaborate Ultra. Make sure the checkbox is marked to make the tool available in your course. Click Submit and you'll get a success message that the tool settings have been updated. Once Collaborate Ultra is available in your course, you can access it from the control panel under Course Tools, and then click Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. To make this tool available to students, you will want to create a link in your course menu. To do this, simply click on the plus sign in the top left corner of your course to add a menu item. Then, select Tool Link and name the link Blackboard Collaborate or something similar. Next, select Blackboard Collaborate Ultra from the drop-down list of tool types and check the box to make it available to users. It will be added to the bottom of your course menu. You may move the link to any location in your course menu as needed. Clicking the link will take us to the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra platform. This is where you and your students can create a new session or join a session. Before we create a custom session, let's explore the settings available in the course room. The course room is an open session dedicated to your course. This makes it easier for you and your students to begin an impromptu meeting. The course room is turned on by default and can be turned off at any time. Let's begin by clicking the Course Room Options button and then click Edit Settings. The top of the menu relates to guests. There is a checkbox to allow guests to access your room. This will need to be checked if you are having a guest speaker or allowing someone from outside the university to access the room. Next is the guest role permissions. The default permissions for guests is participant. Other options include presenter and moderator. It's important to know what functions each role has during a Collaborate Ultra session. A participant role can enable or disable notifications for themselves, such as when participants enter and leave a session or when someone has posted something to chat. Next, we have the presenter role. This role is designed to allow students to present without giving them full moderator privileges. Presenters can upload, share, edit, and stop sharing content. They can also see hand-raised notifications and can lower hands. The moderator role is the role that instructors have by default. With this role, instructors can allow participants to share audio and video, chat and draw on whiteboards, and shared files. Users with this role have full control over all the content being shared. They can make any participant a presenter or a moderator. Moderators see raised hand notifications and can lower hands. They can remove participants from a session, but they cannot remove other moderators. Moderators set the session settings, including deciding what participants can and can't do. Underneath the roles for guests, they include a link in this section that can be copied and provided to anyone who might need access to your room via an email, website, or another platform. Next, we have the Session Settings options. It has the same permissions we discussed earlier, with the default role as being participant. Below, we have checkboxes to allow recording downloads and showing profile pictures for moderators. There are also additional options to allow or deny access to certain features for participants. They include sharing their audio, sharing their video, posting chat messages, and drawing on the whiteboard and shared files. The last options under Session Settings is to allow or deny users to join a session using a telephone. We will talk more about this feature in just a few minutes. Click Save in the bottom right corner of the menu to save your course room settings. Here's a tip. If you don't want students to view or join the course room session unsupervised, you can turn it off by clicking Lock Course Room at the top of the Course Room Setting menu. When the course room is unlocked, anyone can join the session at any time. Instructors do not have to be present for students to join the session. If you prefer to keep the course room locked, you will want to create scheduled sessions instead. Now that you have gone through the options for your course room, let's discuss creating a session. Sessions are essentially the same as your course room, except you have the ability to schedule them. Click on the Create Session button to get started. First, we will want to name our session. Next, we will want to set our start date and time. I'll leave mine as the default. You will notice an end date option as well. If you would like the session to only be open for a limited time, select the end date and time. If you would like this room to be open indefinitely, click the checkbox next to No End. There is an option to set repeating sessions. However, it is recommended that you schedule them one at a time to avoid confusion and creating a lengthy list of Collaborate sessions. You can also set an early entry to your session if you'd like. Early entry allows users to enter the session in advance before the start time. This is a good practice as it allows users to get their microphone and webcam properly set up, and it also provides participants with a bit of time to get comfortable with the tool's interface. I'll set mine for 30 minutes. Next, you can add a description for your session. From here, the rest of the settings should look familiar. The guest options and session settings are the exact same as the options for the course room. Set everything to your liking and click Save. You will see the session appear under your course room. You may schedule multiple sessions within a course. To experience a session live, click on the Collaborate link that we created to join the session. When you enter a Collaborate session, it will take you through setting up your microphone and webcam. Collaborate will need permission to access your camera and microphone in order to use audio and video. When setting up your microphone, you should see the sound indicator bar moving. For optimal performance, the purple bar should be moving toward "You sound great" while you are talking. If you don't see the sound indicator moving, you might need to adjust your microphone setting in your operating system. Once your microphone is set as desired, click the "Yes, it is working" button. This will take you to the next step, the video test. As the page loads, you don't have to worry. No one else can see you at this point. This is just a test for your webcam. You may need to adjust your webcam, background, or lighting as needed. Once you have all these set as desired, click the "Yes, it is working" button. You will now see a "You're good to go" pop-up message above your microphone in the toolbar. A little tip: if you're using a supported web browser like Chrome or Firefox, no additional plugins are required. If you experience issues with your browser, please make sure you have the most updated version. Now that we are in the session, let's take a look at the different tools that you have available. We'll begin by exploring the toolbar across the bottom of the Collaborate screen. The first icon you see is the My Settings icon, or the gray silhouette. Clicking on the icon will open a window pane in the center of the screen. To make changes to your settings, click on your name in the top right corner. This will open the Collaborate session panel on the right side of the screen. If you hover your mouse over the gray silhouette and click on the pencil icon, you can upload an image of yourself if you'd like. You can upload an image by clicking in the upload area or dragging and dropping an image of yourself from your computer. Collaborate shows you a preview of the picture and allows you to resize the image or crop the picture as desired. Once you are finished, click the I like it button. If you leave the Always Use This Profile Picture checkbox selected, this ensures you do not have to upload your picture each time you start a Collaborate session. When you have the picture set the way you like it, click Save. Your picture will appear in the toolbar and in the My Settings pane. Continuing with the settings in the My Setting pane, under Audio and Video Settings, you can set up your microphone and camera. This is a great place to start if you are having issues with your webcam or microphone and need to troubleshoot your connection. Click the Set Up Your Camera and Microphone option, and you'll be taken through necessary steps to test your connection. Let's continue exploring your options in the My Settings pane. We recommend as the session moderator that you use a computer or headset with a built-in microphone. But if your students or session participants don't have a speaker or microphone on their computer or access to a headset, they can use Collaborate's built-in telephony feature here. Users must still be logged into the Collaborate session, but they will simply be using their phone for the audio features in the session instead of their computer's microphone. In the last section of the audio-video settings allows you to adjust your speaker and microphone volume. Next is the section for adjusting your notification settings. Here you can select to turn on visual or audio notifications to assist you during the meeting. Below this section is the session settings. Here you can adjust the settings for your participants. We talked about these settings previously when we were setting up the course room. If you are having issues with the session, you can click Report an Issue, which will send a report directly to Blackboard. Let's return to the toolbar at the bottom of the session screen. To turn off your microphone and/or camera, simply click the appropriate icon in the toolbar. This will immediately stop sharing your audio and/or video. The last item in the toolbar is the raised hand icon that participants can use to indicate that they have a question by clicking on it. If the moderator chose to get a notification when a hand is raised, they will be notified when the participant clicks on this icon. Now it's time to take a look at the Collaborate Session menu panel by clicking on the purple image located in the bottom right-hand corner. The session menu consists of 4 tabs that go across the bottom. The first icon is the chat bubble. Here you can search for participants to chat with everyone, or chat only with other moderators. If you did not give participants permission to post to chat messages, they will not be given these options. The next tab in the Collaborate menu panel is the Participants tab. Here, participants will see a list of the moderators and a list of all participants in the meeting. By clicking on the More Options button next to the number of participants, moderators can find an attendee, detach the menu panel, or mute the microphones for all participants. Next to each participant's name is a connection icon and the More Options button with various options available. From here, moderators can visually see each participant's connection strength. Clicking on the More Options button next to the participant's name allows moderators to send a chat message, promote participants to presenter or moderator, make a captioner, lower their hand, or remove them from a session. The captioner's role is designed to provide an accessible learning experience for students who are deaf or hard of hearing, as well as for students whose native language is different from the moderator. A moderator can assign this role to any participant in this session. The captioner is given an area to type what is being said at the top of the session screen. Other participants can view what the captioner is typing in real time, and you can have multiple captioners for multiple languages. And the last icon we talk about in the Collaborate menu panel is the Share Content icon. You have 3 main options to share content within Collaborate. You can choose to share a blank whiteboard, share an application, such as a browser or slideshow, or you can simply share files. The Shared Files option currently accepts images, PowerPoint, or PDF files. Let's start by sharing a PowerPoint file. To begin, click the Share Files icon, then drag and drop your file into the Add Files area here. You will see an animated icon that will indicate the file is uploading. After it finishes uploading, you will see a preview. Select the file and then click the Share Now button at the bottom of the Collaborate menu panel. If you have a multiple slide PowerPoint, you are given the option to choose which slide to begin sharing. Let's start with the first slide. Once it is on the screen, I can begin navigating through the slides using the navigation arrows at the bottom of the screen. One thing to note with PowerPoint slides, Collaborate converts each slide into a static image file. So you will lose any transitions or animations if you choose to share this way. To stop sharing the content, simply click the Stop Sharing icon in the top right corner of the screen. If you would like to share an application with your students, for example, to show them how to complete an assignment, you can do that by choosing Share Application. Then choose the application window you would like to share. Your browser may prompt you to give Collaborate Ultra permission to access your screen. Click Allow. The application that you choose to share will now be displayed on all of the participants' screens so they can follow along with you. Additionally, you can also share a blank whiteboard with your class to demonstrate a concept or get feedback from the participants using the pencil, shape, or text tool. Other share content options that are available are polling to engage your students with questions during the session, or breakout groups for small group discussions or project work. Finally, let's take a look at the session menu by clicking on the three-line icon in the top left corner of the session window. Clicking this reveals the Start Recording option. If you choose this option, the recording will start automatically. To stop recording, click on the session menu icon again and select Stop Recording. Your Collaborate recordings will automatically appear in your Blackboard Learn course after they finish rendering. This can take from just a few minutes to a few hours. When your recording is finished rendering, it will show up in the Recordings area of the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra platform. To get here, return to the Collaborate Ultra page and click on the menu icon in the top left corner. Then select Recordings. If you have any recordings, they will be listed here. Recordings can be played within the web browser or downloaded to your computer. If you aren't seeing the download option from the Options menu, press the menu icon to return to the session page and review the option settings for the session. Click Edit Settings and make sure the checkbox for Allow Downloads of Recordings is checked. You have now reviewed all of the steps for setting up a Blackboard Collaborate Ultra session. Here are a few ways you can use Blackboard Collaborate with your students: online lectures, virtual office hours, guest speakers, student presentations, and more. Before we wrap up, let's review some of the best practices for using Blackboard Collaborate in your course. First, always use recommended and supported browsers. For a complete list, you can go to tinyurl.com/collaborate browsers. The second, practice, practice, practice. Fine-tune your moderator skills by using 2 devices or computers side by side. You can also get help from a friend, colleague, or graduate assistant. The more comfortable you are, the easier it will be to function in a live session. The third, prepare content ahead of time. Create presentation slides, instructor notes, and plan on using multimedia and application sharing to reinforce content. Don't just expect interaction to happen, you should design it right into your lesson plan. Your instructor notes should include what you want to say and do on each screen. Your notes could also include suggested questions to promote discussion and interaction. The fourth, plan to join early. It starts things off right when you can greet your participants as they join. It will also give you ample time to load content and set up your camera and microphone. The fifth, set up your camera and microphone at the beginning of each session. Running a setup before each session ensures your audio and video are working properly, even if you just left a session. Have your participants do the same. You can even add a slide to your presentation that includes instructions on how to do so. That's it for the Introduction to Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. For additional questions, refer to the online knowledge base at missouristate.edu/helpdesk.